Alright everybody, welcome to another Touhou World Cup match. We've got a massive one in for you today. Mountain of Faith scoring. So with me today, if you guys want to introduce yourself. Somebody wants to go first? Bo?
Alright, so guess I will go first. Well, I didn't have much sleep because as everyone knows, I was playing the PCB scoring match. For me, it was last night, so it was like ended at 1 a.m. ish for me, and then I didn't really get to sleep that soon. So I think I only got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I have to wake up for this.
Partying too hard after a nice victory, huh?
No, it was not a nice victory. It's more like we both lost. So whatever, that's already in the past. Hopefully this one match will not disappoint everyone. I totally think like a 3.5 score in PCB scoring, that's how hyped this match was like totally not at anyone's expectation. It's just way too low. Let's see if we can get like any 2.2 score this time. So last year, in this match, in the Mountain of Faith Lunatic scoring match, EBM got 2.2 on the first run. He did, so that's really amazing, and hopefully we can see something similar time as well.
Yep. Alright, so let's get into explaining how Touhou World Cup works and Mountain of Faith matches. So what is Touhou World Cup? Well, I'm sure you're all aware. It is an annual international tournament featuring the Touhou Project shoot 'em up games, and each match will feature 2 or 3 contestants competing in a lunatic, survival or scoring category, or an extra. So for Mountain of Faith itself, players will have 90 minutes to perform their best run, and depending on their score and what shot they have, they'll earn a certain type of earn a certain score called TWC score. And the winner is the one who obviously has the highest score. So Mountain of Faith scoring is, I guess, very simple on paper with how it works. You increase your faith meter, which is your point item value, and as this gets bigger, obviously the score you get gets bigger. However, this faith meter will slowly have a timer that goes down, and if it reaches the end of that timer, it will start to drop. Or if you get hit, it will drop down drastically, which basically in this category will just ruin the run. Furthermore, you can increase your faith also by cancelling bullets. This works by either using a bomb on the stage or a non-smells, or by just cancelling boss attacks. And increasing your faith as well increases the spell card bonus, and killing spells faster will also net you more score. So speed is the key in this game. In terms of the balance for TWC score in this game, it's relatively even across the board. Between all the world records, there's about 50 million score for all 6 shot types, so it's a very tight game. It's very optimized. It's pretty much been solved. So we're hopefully to see some very small scores will make a big difference in TWC score. I think that settles it.
Right, so with me on board is our very MoF scoring master DXK. So he now owns I think 5 out of 6 world records in this category.
4?
Oh, it's only 4? Oh, right. So he didn't get the Marissa A one. Like he was a million ahead, a million behind. Yeah, now that I remember, he did not get to finish that one. But he got really close nonetheless. So, could you talk about any of the match expectations?
Sure.
Dave.
It seems like Sock will be using Rainbow V, and Nome will also be using Mirrors to See.
Well, right here on the Sock screen, he has the heart rate tracker, and looks like he's really excited for this match. His heart rate is already over 110, as everyone can see.
Unless he's just
I think the last time when he was streaming, when he got the 2.197 PV, his heart rate is like even at that time his heart rate is pretty calm. It's like only once he got past Metal Table is got RNG. Well, we will talk about how that works later when someone gets there. So yeah, pretty funny one, but
yes, as well. Just
we'll
before we start, we should probably introduce the players as well. So first up for Team Spirit we have Nome. So Nome has probably been into MoF scoring from the last 6 to 12 months maybe. He's picked it up pretty well. He's got quite a few LNNs and also a few good TD scores. His personal best so far is 2.209 billion, which is 6 million off the world record, where he had some pretty, I don't know how to describe it in a nice way, but bad RNG in one of the meme spells. And then for our Team Lotus we have Sock. If you don't know Sock, you probably don't really play the games. He is known as the Survival Behemoth. He has
Survival Behemoth now attacked in the scoring category.
He has every single shot type in every single game. Lunatic, no miss, no bomb. So basically he's one survival, nothing else he can do. So now he's moving on to scoring. He's also, his Rainbow V score I think is about 1 million off the world record. So once again, all these Mountain of Faith scores are very tight. And tramsxxz, or ZXX Smart as he's usually known, is well known for his good scores in Marissa C, which is I think 2.204. And he also used to be the previous Rainbow A world record holder. But it looks like today he's going to be sticking with Marissa C because it's a bit more reliable than Rainbow A.
Wait, I think ZXX has a 2.21, like low 2.21. Oh yeah, he does.
Okay, oh well.
Yeah. He's
Like,
actually
here on
the
the
first
screen.
person to hit the 2.2.
I know that's right, yeah, sorry.
Right, he was the first person, if you discount LYX, to actually have
I saw both ones were on
an officially recognizable 2.21 score.
the first 2.21 with the replay.
With a replay, with a legit replay, or whatever you want to call it.
So we will be seeing 2 Mirrors to See and 1 Rainbow V. This pretty standard. Those are the fairly consistent shot types you want to use in the competition setting.
Alright, right here we can see DSX is using the extra stage 1 bomb, while Nome was not using it. So in this game, you want to build up your faith meter in stage 1 to 3 as fast as possible. And then on Lunatic, typically after stage 3, your faith meter will reach the cap of 99990. So at that point, it's no longer worth timing the cancels or anything. And the score difference from the faith early stages is actually a lot. So in the slides we already explained, we have two ways of building up the faith meter. On the stage section, you want to collect the star-shaped faith item, and then by using bomb and canceling boss attacks, you will get the cancel item, which also build up faith. On Lunatic difficulty, each faith item is worth 10,000 faith. That's a lot. And cancel is worth 10 faith per bullet. However, the cancel does not work when you are on a spell. When you are on a spell, the bomb will not give you any faith items. So on the top left, we can see Nome from the very infamous Minoriko final spell. So he just skips it. While ZXX is not going to have such luxury because he used the bomb on stage 1 before mid-boss to build up faith. And now he's going to try to cap it, and we'll see that very soon. So difficulty in scoring is even a lot higher than just survival. First of all, you have only 1 power as opposed to max power. Second, you also need to time a cancel. And while you are timing a cancel, you also have to move up the screen to increase the cancel value. You can see it did not move up the screen because it has got blocked by the rest bullets. Do not see how much he gets, but apparently he looks like 2,000, 3,000 straight from it from the back cancel position.
Another thing you'll see on soft screen just then, another way to sort of maximize score in small optimizations is to collect the green faith items first before when you're auto collecting. It might only, as you add extra 10,000 point item value to each item that you're about to collect, so you know it might only be 100,000, 200,000 extra, but in MoF scoring, pretty much every single point counts at that point.
No.
Another thing we see is you'll see each player, they'll bomb Hina's spell card to kill it as fast as possible. While capturing the spell obviously gives you score, the stage continues on while the mid-boss is active. So killing it faster will allow you to have all those enemies still appear, and a lot of them drop green faith items and point items, which adds up to being more than capturing Hina's spell card.
Yeah, that would be the only spell card bonus you want to fail in the run.
Oh, that's not good.
It looks like Sock is going to stage 3.
So far his run is looking not too bad.
Yeah, it's acceptable. And this stage 3 opener is a section where I think Zune designed specifically for the faith mechanic. So you can see him collect items one by one in order to preserve his faith meter.
Oh yeah, by the way, have we talked about the POC line and the max value line already? In this game, you move up to auto collect items. you will not always get max value from them. If you move down too early, you will get a low score. So the players usually will have used a hint setting, which is unique in MoF. Here you can see Spock is actually not using it, and the other players are using it. So for your reference, you can look at Nome stream. There's the one line above in green color is the point of collection. If you move above it, you also collect all items. And then a little bit below that, the yellow line is the minimum height you need to be on to collect items at max value. So this line is put a little bit lower than the point of collection, which means you can actually avoid auto collecting items, but still get max value from them. This is very useful in stage portions, as you sometimes need to keep your faith meter.
Yes. 枝に合わせて OK もう
281 from that XX did one.
Alright, so Sock's getting into Notori anyway, so let's see how he goes.
Apparently, Sock is having a lot of fun. He's just laughing over his mistakes.
Yeah, I saw some really weird things in the early half of stage 3.
So he's the only one making it past into stage 3 at the moment, so it looks like he's doing something right.
Right here you can see Sock is doing something unusual on Nitori's first spell. So on this spell, there's a special case for you to handle when you want to speed kill it. If Nitori doesn't move as much, you have to sit in a very small gap. The gap's position is static on this spell, so you can just remember it. But there's something to notice is that players don't have much time to react for it. So you have to get in the just one step. Oh, alright. You got really awful RNG on the final spell. On the final spell, if Nitori doesn't move, you just keep going vertically, your path will be blocked by all of the popcorn bullets.
Yeah, it's in a real run that would probably be like
in a real run you will have
fast
probably already reset.
Yeah.
So yeah, 326 million into stage 4, which is kind of low given that he did not bomb Minoriko's final spell.
Yeah. I'm curious to see which route he's using for stage 4. Probably just the standard one.
I think he does no bomb on the 3 fairies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we get to that section, we might see Sock doing that one in his unique way, but we will see.
Oh yeah, he's using the standard.
Alright, he's using this extra bomb. So before the mid-boss, these fairies spawn in very large groups that it's very hard to kill all of them using just the shock power. Marisa C can do that very consistently, while the other shots more or less have some problems, so they'll use a bomb to guarantee having every item collected. Right here on the first cross section, you also need to time your moving down here. Sock does this part differently than anyone else.
Yeah, it feels like his timing is a bit later, but
his timing is a lot later, but that gives him more time. So he can guarantee he kills everything with low power. And right now, he's doing the 3 fairy section in his very unique way. he popped this section 3 times. Well, normally, what you would do if you don't want to use a bomb is you delay killing the second one and collect the items together with the third one.
Yeah,
Either method is very hard. So if you use the normal method, you have to dodge through all the layered popcorn bullets. And with Sock's method, you have very, very little time. So you have to be extra aggressive, especially on killing and collecting items from the first fairy on the left.
Yeah, it does feel the first fairy can give you a lot of bullets.
When I tried that, I almost never succeed. I think it feels more RNG dependent than the normal method of delay killing the second one.
That's the benefit of being a Mercy player. You can just do one bomb and that's it. Make it nice and easy. Anyway, we're going to spell card.
We're gonna cap PWG.
You can see Sock's heart rate is going up quite a bit, quite fast.
His heart rate is actually insane right now. What the fuck?
Oh Jesus, getting some funny
Jesus.
RNG as well.
That's a 150 heart rate. This is Sock's real heart rate.
Easy enough for him.
Wow.
Let's see if he can get
Really
speed kill.
nice
or...
RNG on PWG. Very easy. And
Playing
he's
it safe
taking
as
the
well,
final
nice.
spell in the safe way. He's not doing the scary micros.
Even if you have a fail rate of like 10%, you probably still want to do it the safe way for a competition.
The Sock stage 4 is actually pretty decent. I think he missed like an item or two somewhere, but overall the score is pretty good.
Oh, seems like it was for 428. Yeah, it's pretty good.
428 is really good. The best score on stage 4 is like 429 if I remember correctly. They only lost like 1 million from item score.
430.5, I think.
Oh, it's actually we can get 430, so maybe I misremembered the number. Anyways, that's because I don't do the hard stage 4 routes, so my score in runs are a lot lower.
Oh, I think Sock won't have any problems going in the stage. Stage 5 is pretty consistent item collection.
Sock seems to also have some different ways of handling the stage 5 stage bombs. Like this bomb before mid boss. Usually we do it on the right, but Sock chose to do it on the left. It doesn't make much difference. It seems to be just personal preference, or maybe in that way he actually gets better score from item order, because you will lose temporarily. You will lose 3,000 phase from not death bombing because you need extra iframe after the bomb to collect all items.
Yeah, or his route could be giving.
Oh, here he makes a
consistent
mistake. He left up point items in the on this row of enemies.
It's on 500,000 loss.
So that's a 500,000
Not big,
loss.
not big.
But really, at this level of competition involved, if you don't get full item scoring in stage 5, that's considered a pretty significant mistake. Although the score loss is not that much, this stage, for these players, you really should get max item score every time. So going into Star 9, Sock score is 1186, so I believe that's like barely 2.19 pace if you got very good spell bonuses.
Yeah, it's definitely 2.19 pace. Like, 9-0 or...
Oh, the Moses RNG. Whoa, he actually saved it and got 22 million. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Sane didn't really cooperate on the left hand. But you gotta try to restream and keep the DPS going.
I guess while we see Sane's easier spells, take note of Zivek's smarts Marissa. So basically with Marissa C, one thing that's unique is the options can be stacked on top of each other. So if you collect the fourth option while the other three are placed somewhere else, you can sort of, I guess, snap them together into a way that the fourth one is on top, because usually you can only stack 3 on top of a boss at once. And this is what gives Marissa C that speed kill advantage with the extra damage.
With Marissa C, you normally can have at most 3 options hitting the boss. The way you create this weird shape of options is that when you get a power up, your options when you get a power up in focus mode, your option will lock in place, and the new option will spawn near your character when you get the power up. When you release focus for at least 30 frames or half a second, the options start snatching back to you. The options move at a really fast speed. So if you don't check the replay with frame advancing, you might not understand how it works. But basically, they travel at a very fast speed, proportional to the distance between the option to your character. And by carefully toggling your focus button at a specific position, you can stack the options together and make all 4 of them hit the boss.
Also, ZXX entered stage 5 with
Alright, log on the funny meme spell. Seems like you got okay RNG, but it's not very good.
Yeah, it seems pretty average.
Actually kind of on the low side. Like on average, I think Rainbow B gets around mid 23 million.
Yeah,
you
mid
got
to high,
low 23.
And so that XX is on stage 5, and
he entered on 764, I think it was. So it's a low 2.2 pace.
That's
He's
pretty
not bad as well.
Nice.
it's 2.21 pace.
Yeah, it's actually 2.21 pace.
Let's see how soft.
Alright, on the mid boss, you don't have a dialogue, but you can still do the option stacking. But you really only get 1 chance at it. And you got it perfectly.
Yep, on that spell, you want to consistently get 23.8. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see how aggressive he plays on Sorcerings.
Alright, so you need to get you do get a pretty high SCP on Source and to have a chance at 2.19.
Another thing to note with Source,
You got a pretty decent RNG on it.
Good RNG.
You can play it perfectly. You almost get 25 million, which is around the max score you can get on it with Rainbow B. Right. Now he needs to get at least 20.3 million spell bonus to reach 2.19. Let's see if you can get that.
I think on average you should get like 21 mil, so just need a capture.
Yeah, if you play aggressive, you can on average get like a high 20 mil, sometimes 21. Oh, you have to move out there. Nice position.
Clean dodge.
Nice.
Very clean dodge. Oh, that's still 20.9 million.
Yeah.
20.96.
And Sok got one clean run right off the bat, and the score is 2.190. Congratulations, that's a very good score.
Very nice run.
And there we go, the survival behemoth.
Oh, the survival behemoth is dying. No.
And his heart rate went up by about 10 after getting the cap.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's about what, 34, 35 TWC score, I think. So pretty solid run to start off with.
Yep, really good run, especially in the tournament setting. And this is his first credit, right?
That's his first credit.
Yeah.
It's very consistent.
Alright, let's
Smart's
move
also-
our attention to the SX. He's entering stage 6.
Yeah. This is actually, if he gets good RNG, he can get 2.211.
2-1, yeah. So he can actually get a PB if the RNG allows.
Yeah.
The thing is, the kind of
If you get a
with the
good
RNG is
RNG
not very nice sometimes.
Yeah, but
if
the
you miss away from your
RNG on
options.
Kanako is notorious.
If she moves away from all your options, which she can, you're basically sitting there shooting at nothing for a good few seconds, and that basically is crucial spell card bonus, which you're not going to be getting. So you just
On stage
have to
3,
pray.
on stage 6 with Marissa C, if you get a pretty good RNG, you can get around 429 million score before a clear bonus. So that will
So
put
this-
him at around 2.210.
So the score they need is 2.207, so it's doable. There's a strong chance.
Oh yeah, we talked
for
about
07, yeah, it's
the
doable.
TWC
for sure.
score for this category yet. The
I
score,
briefly mentioned
the
it.
score scheme is around something like a fixed score difference. So I checked last time that the score difference set between Remove B and Marissa C is at a flat 17 million.
As you can see, the RNG is a bit average.
The
but
RNG
it's okay.
is
24.
pretty
okay.
okay. It's
It's
Not the end of the
PBable.
world.
it looks average,
It's 24,
but
24.
it's good enough, I think.
Oh man.
Another
This
thing I think we
might
haven't
get
mentioned this game is
2.21, but it's
in
pretty
Dispel
tough.
and Source of Rains, when the bullets are changed to a different sprite, they maintain their original hitbox. So even though you're dodging mini rice, you're actually dodging jelly bean size hitboxes.
The jelly bean hitbox together with Marissa is really hard.
Yeah,
Don't get
and,
used to it.
and you also have to keep in mind to tap the focus button.
Oh
No, that's brutal.
no!
Yeah. That's pretty
No,
much.
and Nome also died to Aya, so the two Marissa C
We're
runs.
back to stage 1.
Both getting back to stage 1.
The thing is, if you die in MoF as well, it's anywhere upwards up to 100 million loss in score, so it's pretty much a game over.
In this category, you are forced to get a no miss run to have a good score.
Yeah.
What?
Last year, only one person finished with the only EVM finished with the no miss.
I think last year you failed at the very end, so that's kind of a
Yeah.
shame.
It's like if you die once, it's not a run anymore. But maybe he's just finishing just for
Yeah,
just to get
I think he's just
Well, I
Right,
could still
run
get
in.
it clear and get second place.
Right. If
Worst
no
case
one
scenario.
if no one else gets a no miss
No
run,
miss
maybe
run.
your one miss can get you second place. So when you die, you will lose a third of your faith. And the clear bonus for the lives remaining is 40 million. So that's a huge loss, regardless on where you die.
And you also lose. You also get clear bonus based on your faith. So you'll lose about 20 million roughly there. 20, oh no, 30 million?
Yeah, 30 million.
Around 30. And then you also lose the spell card bonus if you die on a spell card.
I think this will be something like 2.0.
2.08.
2.08.
Yeah, it's not very strong. Unfortunately, that's
wait, it's
the
not
score.
2.08 because he lost 70.
Oh, it's like, oh, so 2.06.
Yeah.
So as you'll see, the TWC score will drop drastically.
Something like divided by 10 if you die once.
Yeah, TWC score becomes pretty much nothing once you die.
Let's talk about Nome's route. I think for this competition, he's using the bomb on the
right. So Nome is using the safe route.
So it's I think it's more likely for Nome to clear a run.
Yeah, he got a lot of attempts into later stages.
Oh, and one thing I did notice is that he's not playing with the bar above the character.
Oh yeah, the bar above the character can sometimes be pretty useful.
Yeah, I look at that one exclusively and not really the one down there.
Oh yeah, I never look at the one down there as well.
And Sock isn't using it either.
Sock doesn't use anything.
Sock is also not even using the POC hint.
Yeah.
Which is kind of insane. Like, I believe every other MoF Tour player uses the POC hint.
One thing I like to Nome is like, if you watch his run a few times, you notice he's actually taken very good advantage of the hint file. There's a lot of spots just makes
Nome actually puts in a huge amount of hints than other players. Oh!
Oh no.
You missed a kill.
He had so much stuff in his hint file, it was breaking the game for him.
Did he retry his options too early? I didn't see what happened there.
He hit the fairy.
Yeah, but how did he miss the fairy kill? Is it that he
got his options
too fast?
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
I mean, it's like I think I know what happened. He doesn't want to retract the options there, but while he's moving up to collect the items, he left the focus for too long. So that cancels the option locking. The bomb in this game is just a simple circle, but Rainbow and Marisa actually have different versions of it. The Rainbow bomb lasts a little bit shorter, but the range is much bigger than Marisa's. Also, Marisa's bomb moves up pretty fast, while Rainbow's bomb mostly still stays in place. So this can create some subtle but pretty important differences on certain attacks of how they use the bomb.
ここお守りの HCB が619万ってクソ高いからな。台無しにしてきた。
The Marisa bomb also deals more damage than Rainbow bomb. So on stage 2 mid-boss, Rainbow needs to bomb twice to get all extra enemies, but Marisa only needs to bomb once. And the saved bomb can be used to generate more faith. So on stage 2, Marisa will have a slight bit of advantage by having one more bomb on the stage section. And that gives her around 3,000, 4,000 more faith. If you don't understand what ZXX is doing, Minoriko's second non is waiting for a good boss movement to use the bomb. But from time to time, you might not get the movement even for once during a run, and that is a forced reset.
So sometimes she just doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah. I think in TWC you just want to take it, even if it's really bad, just to play more runs.
They still got quite a long time actually, still 60 minutes, but yeah, you want to at least get one run on the board first.
Yeah. I think generally the strategy for Parliament is like using the same route, but play a bit safer and not reset on mistakes. Well, I think Sakusan is pretty good this time. So.
Well, you have 180 million on Hydro Camel. That's a pretty good pace.
Oh, he actually always death bomb on the ferry and you get consistent.
Oh, that's smart because yeah, you have enough time, but barely enough time to hit the ferry itself before the items fall off. But that's actually a pretty consistent way of doing the bomb.
Have we explained why he's moving up on that section? On the section before Nitori?
Oh yeah,
we haven't.
We haven't yet.
Okay, so
this is a technique, the technique commonly known as Doppler shooting. Basically, when you move up, it gets an effect that your shot travels faster, and they hit more bullets will hit the enemy and given duration. And it's very useful in that section. Basically, you have to move up so that you can kill the right ferry before it fires the second time. On that section, the left-hand side ferry will only fire the lanes, while the right-hand side ferry will fire the lane first, and a spread will spread second time, and then another lane for the third time, because it still didn't kill it.
Sock got a very nice Cephalic that time.
Sock got around
almost
331.
Good pace.
To stage 4.
Yeah, pretty good pace.
This is a very high pace. It's just 330 million with Reimu B is a very good score into stage 4.
Yep.
I have only got that once. So I'm not doing many of the item order tricks that these players do. So my score on average would be like probably somewhere around 1.5 million lower. And also some base management and the stage 3 opener. It's also pretty hard on the final 3 enemies if you don't want to grade the items while still maintain your faith.
I guess another thing is as well, it's very subtle, but when you bomb while a boss is on the screen, it damages the whole screen, and that's why the remaining fairies on the screen that are flying away at Sock actually just blow up as soon as Momiji appears. So it kind of helps us deal with any like leftover fairies that might get away otherwise.
On this section, while using this hard draw, Reimu B is actually in a little bit of trouble because you got reduced to 2 power.
It's okay.
And that makes clearing all enemies on the waterfall section and on the crawl section really hard. Okay, I think at this time he chose to do the normal method because he cannot get to the right side on time.
Oh, Nome just died to Hydro Camo as well. He seems to be getting stuck in the early mid game.
Fox's stage 4 has been pretty good today.
This stage 4 is pretty good.
Yep.
So remember, that actually he got max items on stage 4. So stage 4 in total has 312 items, which means if you collect all of them at max value, you will get 312 million plus some change from shooting. The reason you got a little bit lower is that you will lose some faith on the first waterfall section right at the beginning of the stage. So usually you will lose around 200,000 points on average. And then on the final cross section, you actually want to use a death bomb. So using a death bomb, using a normal bomb reduces your phase by 3,000. Usually it's not a concern in endgame because you'll get the 3,000 immediately filled up by cancel or by phase item. But on the cross section, there's actually none of them. So if you bomb without using the death bomb, you will lose 3,000 phase for all of these items, which translates to around 300,000 in score.
Nice, pick WG is down as well.
Yep.
He's looking good.
Yep, looking good.
Now he seems to be going a little bit more aggressive here. Well,
he's not doing the micro dodge though.
He's doing slightly safer version and got 17.9.
6.7 is good.
Doing it safer is, I think it's like 200 to 300k less. But
it's a high 760.
Yeah, I think with
can this run get a world record if he has a very good RNG?
Yeah, it can.
You're gonna have a
taste. I think the perfect RNG for stage 5 will give you around 565 million for remove B, and the perfect stage 6 will give you 425 million. So theoretically, this round can actually reach 2.2 bill, but that might be just a way too unrealistic. So we'll see. Maybe I have a chance. At this point, a lot of it will be determined by RNG. No matter how good you are, you have to pray for the Mountain of Faith gods. And let's say good luck to Sog. Hope he gets the best. Also, you can see pretty clearly that not using the Hulk hint makes Sog's playstyle pretty unique, because a lot of the time he's not utilizing the buffer space between the point of collection and the max value line, and rather he just delay his item collection. It seems like there are only certain places when he can line up himself with either something in the stage background or with the power player attacks, then he will do it.
If he gets all the options lined up, we missed a few, but fine.
Right, so the next spell on Sog's screen here will determine it will be the first one to determine his pace. Let's hope he gets around 22 million here, then he will have a chance at 2.2.
Ooh, James looking scary. Peace.
Yep,
That's pretty nice decision making. He lost a little bit, but got a safe one.
Another thing to note is, as you can see, he bombs just before the spell starts, so you can clear the first wave of bullets without actually losing the spell card bonus. And having that one loss of power doesn't affect any score because of the fact that the boss doesn't drop any point items on the penultimate spell. Basically just a way to make things a little bit easier.
This final spell on a score run is actually pretty tricky because if you want to get a good score, you have to get do the macros across the lane to be always under sunlight to deal good damage.
This phase is pretty good.
This phase is maybe, if we say
not
realistically speaking, it's like 9-9 if you get
it's a good,
good enough.
Get a good
2.2 is really hard, but you can get the world record right here.
Yep, it's just how the spell cards go.
First step, you gotta get through the stage section. At least this time, the stage section does not throw. You have the chance at Kanago. And yes, Stock is on world record pace entering Kanago. But this pace will soon die just in a few seconds.
Like, I would say like 1,000,000 something.
Right, let's pray.
It's off for this one.
Please.
Oh, he's getting it.
Good start.
Oh my god, he
Wow,
got the
very
perfect RNG.
This is the average sock RNG.
This is the run. Is this the run? Is this the
Wasn't
run?
there the one stream like 3 runs in a row he
This
got
will
like,
be
the best RNG as well.
at least a 9-9 pace. I don't know if 2.2 is possible. What if we get like 25 mil source? Is that 2.2 material?
What was the score? Yeah,
it was he did score 25.2. Is that score even possible?
Yeah.
Have you ever got that in practice?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's definitely possible. If we got like a very high 24 on source and 21 final spell maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He needs a total of 20. Get a 25 plus 21. You need a total of 46 million in spell bonuses in last 2 spells.
That's
And this
it.
run
Get
would be
your
2.2.
Get your Joels in the chat for the last 2 spells.
Oh, he missed this movement. He misjudged the movement. This RNG is pretty nasty.
Yeah,
No.
It's so easy, world record face.
No, I
Did you
think
get this
2.2
one?
is dead. No.
Yeah, he can't get 2.2, but
Oh, he went for the starting micro as well to get a bit of extra damage. He's really playing
So this will be
aggressive.
something around high 9.8 to low 9.9 depending on how good he got on the final spell.
And his heart rate is going up as well. He's playing a pretty aggressive final spell.
No!
Oh no!
No!
That's rough.
No!
Oh no!
攻めすぎた。
Oh,
いや、ごめん、もうこれ結果とかじゃなくて20に狙ってしまった。
oh my god. He died even before the hard part starts.
もう
He,
死ぬ気
I think
で
he
正
just
面取って理論
ran himself into that one as he went back down.
届かんから
It wasn't a bad wave or anything. He just sort
Or
of
maybe he just got disappointed on his performance on scores.
he's like 2.2 or reset.
もうなんか自分との戦いになってる。
That's quite unfortunate.
That's really unfortunate. Has
As you
anyone
can see, oh,
has anyone got 21.7 on final spell with remove heat? Is that even
I think
possible?
someone posted on
Like, I
Twitter,
think-
but I've seen a lot of 21.6 in practice.
If you do a test with the invisibility on, you'll get exactly 22 million. So 21.7 is pretty ridiculous as remove B, given how narrow the range to hit maximum DPS is.
Yeah, like at that point, you just need the waves to not close in the middle, so you can just stay there.
But also, to be fair, Sok had one of the worst source RNG. So Kaneko moved just barely enough on the first movement, so that he reached the movement limit, and the next movement will have to be to the left.
It's like that's
If
the one you get
Kaneko
usually,
moved,
right?
like, yeah, that's what the one you get in usual, but you get really get the worst case because the first movement is small, but it's just enough to reverse the second movement, and the second movement is really large. So you have to chase to the far side.
Yeah,
That is
that one is
worst
hard
case
because
for Source.
you really have to judge correctly whether she's
Right.
gonna move back or not.
I guess give good Metateka RNG.
I feel like it's only just like a pixel or two too much to the right to get the
Oh, Nome
reverse.
just died as on stage 3 to the end popcorn section. Popcorn dairy murder. That's unfortunate.
Damn, I still can't get over it. We could have another world record live on TWC. But
That was
no,
definitely
it's
like
We,
9-9
we still
pace.
can. We still can get it. His consistency
the thing
is that
is,
strong.
he already has it in the bag. He just needs to cap. Like, he don't even need to go for a high spell bonus to get the record. But looks like he's not satisfied with just the record. He really wants the 2.2.
I feel like the dodge he made there wasn't like. It was just error. It wasn't like anything bad. It was just
Yeah, I think
bad.
he's just going all in there.
Yeah, I think he just went and
to
like
try
just
to
overshot to
get
be aggressive. Yeah.
to try to get that maybe like 1% chance of hitting the 2.2. He really went for it.
We're gonna see him start resetting stage 1 if his score's not good enough.
And he can still get a higher TWC score. But
Oh,
yep, that's if you're going for 2.2, you probably want to reset lower than a
Like you want to
281.
reset
Hina
pretty
for
much
stuff.
at least anything below like 281 in stage 1. So the face value is roughly 500 exits in stage 1, so 1k face in stage 1 would be like 500,000. And the best stage 1 for remove would be around 283 something.
Yeah.
这也太高尚了。
I heard ZS is complaining about Tina RNG as well as soon as we talk about it.
I heard him say something.
Hina is.
You whine about
it just
Tina
builds stats
moving
up.
up to the top.
Sometimes I think how this game would be better if Hina didn't move.
How good would the game be if none of the boss moves? Oh, but whoa, wait. Then Notorious final spell becomes impossible.
You can. Russo can just 4 option stack it. Make it nice and easy.
Oh yeah. But can you actually 4 option stack it without costing the final 4 fairies?
No, I don't think you can because of the Doppler. It'd be pretty much impossible. Oh, the extra smart is great as well. Unfortunate. A small loss, but
欢迎船员巫神人。
Oh yeah, let's take the time to mention some subtlety in the phase meter system. So there are 2 ways of increasing the phase gauge. One is killing the enemies. The 2 is collecting items. So when you collect the big phase item, you will immediately restore all of your phase gauge. And collecting point items and power items will give you slightly less, and killing enemies will give you a tiny bit.
the point items fill it up, don't they?
Yeah, point items also fill them up. So
Yeah, but
the full phase gauge lasts for 130 frames, which is 2 and a 1/6 of a second. And if I remember correctly, the point items refill it by 100 and the power items refill it by 50. Hitting the enemy also refill it by 10, I think it's a 5 or 10. So on stage 3, in the opener section, you can actually just point blank kill an enemy when your phase gauge is empty, so that you will never drop it to 0 when there are no enemies on the screen. So in this game, the phase value continues to drop when the gauge reaches 0, but if there are no enemies on the screen whatsoever, your phase will drop at a very, very fast speed. You will lose more than 10,000 phase per second. While normally you will only lose 600 per second, which is 10 per frame. So on the sections where there are not enough items to keep the phase gauge up all the time, you have to let it go for a few frames, but only when some enemies is on the screen. So fast phase drain is the chat is mentioning it. The fast phase drain is I think it's 180 per frame. It's not 130.
it was nice if Alec played.
Yep.
Which is
It's for now.
entry to stage 4 is okay. It's not.
He can get first place with this for sure. But maybe not PB.
The real game starts on stage 4.
Marissa C has a very, very
The
consistent
Marissa C
stage 4.
has a very consistent stage 4 also. Especially that Marissa C is the only shot type on stage 4 that you have an extra bomb to work with. And usually players will use that extra bomb on the second popcorn fairy before Momichi.
I think ZX6 Smart uses it 2 or 3 fairies. He did it before, yeah. I saw before he used the 2 on the 3 fairies instead of 1. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because he can get max faith here, but it's just to guarantee.
Let a fairy
max
fly
faith.
away though. That's unfortunate.
Wait, did that fairy fly away?
One of them flew away. Yeah.
I think you put the options too low so that it did not reach the fairy.
I think one.
Yeah,
flew away
that must
just
be the
to start,
case.
With
yeah.
the options, they will always die.
The fairy not dying, even if you're shooting at it, doesn't really happen unless you're like Rimusi. Actually, the strategy to bomb the second popcorn was discovered after ZXXPB.
I think the second popcorn bomb is so. I think it was first introduced by EBN, the current world record holder.
Yeah, I think it was because he was streaming and I saw him bomb like the section, the fairies after it.
Oh
like,
yeah, so the ZXX here bombs the 3 fairies section twice.
Yeah, sometimes a crow can go under the one.
So if you don't bomb it twice, you'll do it in remove B style. You just like the easier route with remove B. So basically, you collect the item from the first fairy, stop shooting, and wait for the third one to appear, bomb, and kill the 2 remaining. I think we might just miss it, but Nome also did the option stacking strategy on Hydro Camel. This is also pretty recently discovered, and I think it is also first introduced by EBN. But it does not really give that much more score because Nitori moves on the spell anyways. It's a small thing, but because you can do it at almost no cost, it's still pretty good.
See if he gets the capture.
PWG time. I think, is he saving the bomb just in case, or is he just...
Right.
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh jeez,
that's a huge wall.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's why he's saving
very
the bomb.
nasty wave.
So if you bomb PWG, it's already 22 million loss.
Yeah, so you can't get.
You can't win, but you can still get a nice run.
You can still get like 2.18.
Maybe actually. Wait, it's 2.19. No,
Could be
no,
2.19.
I think.
If you're pushing it, but
Yeah,
it's probably
he's-
not.
He entered with 320, 329.
Could still be possible. Or maybe not.
It'd be
Don't think
very
so.
close.
Don't think so because PWG is also
He
22, not
almost
20.
messed up the opener in stage 5.
he didn't death bomb, which is like very small loss, but it's
Yeah, but
Good
that
time.
that one is pretty free, so you might as well do it.
yeah. One thing to note is that the very high level players would have planned death bombs on this stage, especially for this section because it's worth around 110k. Well, he didn't do it,
It's
but
worth about 200 depending on the timing, is it? I feel like whenever I do, I lose about 200.
it's 110.
I think you lose less if you bomb on the left. Is that correct? I remember the green fairy comes from the left on this section.
Not too sure, but Mercy does have like a very consistent way of doing it. Well, 18.6 is pretty average in the mid pass.
Oh, Nome just got hit on stage for no, on the top one.
He did not
the waterfall.
get the bombing.
The first
time.
Meiji waterfall. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, it's actually another Sane's mid spell for Marissa C can be volatile within like a range of about 1 million or so. I think the max you can get is about 19.9 if she's very cooperative with her movement. But the average is around probably high 18.
Yeah, definitely around high 18.
Yeah, so normally even with stacking you're only going to hit 3. The range to hit every option is extremely narrow.
And she can just
But
move
also-
out of it.
Yeah, I'd say if she moves a tiny bit to left or right, usually you
Right.
end up going to 3 options, which is a pain.
Even though the movement on mid boss spell is already very small, it's still enough to escape the maximum DPS range.
One thing that I don't really know is I just often see EVM get 23.4 on the first spell. Oh, I just get 100k lower. That'd be like some
No,
tapping.
it's to do with the
Is it because
shot
the-
rate or something of the option.
Is it because something about the option type?
The firing rate or something.
It has to do. It
There's
has to do
something-
something with like
There's
that.
something pretty interesting with Marissa C's option shots. If you place them inside boss hitbox, it will deal slightly more damage.
欢迎船员莉莉果。
Oh yeah,
But right
That makes
here,
sense,
you
'cause-
can see under final spell, Sana goes really low, so you cannot put the options too high, otherwise they will miss it on the final spell.
there's a sort of a curve strat where you can have it high and then move it down during the transition.
Can you retain the stacking state of the options?
Yeah, you just move it from the left side to the right side. Don't try it in runs.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
great.
grade an item.
Get graded
on
item
stage
as well.
6.
That's
No.
500,000 lost.
As
unfortunate.
Marissa C.
I mean, it's already from
unfortunate.
PWG,
It
so
really
it's,
shouldn't have happened.
基蒙傲娇
Yeah.
小末将说：“怎么回事？
I'm not sure how much. Oh, no, like
Oh.
that's
Oh.
so scary.
oh, that's bad. That's rough.
That's bad.
That's
but
really rough.
That's something. Sometimes those enemies can, their
Right.
firing rate is random, and they can just do something like that.
But given that
Not
Marissa
pleasant.
C has an extra bomb on the stage, this feels like a pretty bad mistake. Because you can
Yeah.
just, whenever
But-
that happens, you just bomb immediately. You just rush up and bomb.
But there wasn't really much you could do in that situation. I think there's a bit too little time to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially if it's
unfortunate.
the last orb that fires. It's pretty hard to react optimally to it.
I've had runs where I dash
He
up on the
got
last
it
one
on
and
the
just
very
shoot.
last one.
And this time, let's hope
It's not very
he will
cooperative.
miss.
But a
Very
Nomus
bad.
would be ideal.
I think this is
Like,
about
at least the
average.
second one
Golden
is good. You
Conical.
got 3 options hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is like average.
So
RNG.
24 is not bad.
that
24
seems
is
like the
like
exact
right
same
on the
bonus he
average.
got last time.
Yeah, it's the exact same RNG from last time.
This one is always so scary with Marissa.
The crop as Marissa is so hard. I tried like I have this spell is almost free as Ravel, but as Marissa I just got completely wrecked by it. You actually have to think and play differently as Marissa in many spells.
Yeah, like in Fearless Wind God, you have to like look for different gaps because her hitbox is bigger.
Oh, this run can maybe get. Oh,
It's 2.18 for sure.
2.18 still. It'd be yeah. I
pretty
guess it was
high 2.18, maybe.
that'd be a
One
mid
nine.
maybe because you grade quite a few.
Just barely, I think.
I mean,
Yeah, just barely. Need like 23 mil. 25 plus 23.
well, it's playing very safe on source, I guess.
Oh,
Oh, jeez, that was a
pretty
very scary wave.
Scary.
Oh, jeez.
Made a good decision of just stashing
pass.
forward.
Right, in this game,
If he gets 23 mil in this, it would be 218.
wait, it's only 1-8?
Yeah, because he graded,
Oh, yeah,
he graded about
he
6 or
lost-
7
he
items on
lost
stage
the
6, so he lost about 3.5 mil.
Yeah. I was thinking when he lost that much score, as if Taiwan was like high 1-8 face into stage 5.
Fox looking pretty good. Yep, nice
That's
cap.
cool.
So that's
Oh, yeah.
just right above 1-8.
It's 183. Wait.
It's just 1-8.
1-8-0.
Oh, 180, sorry. I'm misreading decimal places.
So basically, Marissa C scoring is pretty consistent. Usually, as long as you can cap PWG, it will be 2.2. So that one is 22 million, but the 1.8 will be 2.202. We got that one.
Right, so now we're all stuck back in early game. Surely somebody will get out in the last 20 minutes.
It'll be nice to see the Marissa players get to PWG once again, and
It'd be nice to see Nome get there, yes.
yeah,
Been having a bit of a rough match, but
yeah.
I reckon he can pull it back. He's a very clutch player.
It's like just how this game goes sometimes.
Doing a safe strat on Minorico's second because we usually don't get a good face on the spawn. Because at that point, well, if you get a good bomb, you should get like 16,000 face from it, and after a bomb, like you would want to see something around 251, 252 face. He almost always just get like 250.
It's stage 3. Seems like that's the Bomb Minorico final route.
Yeah, he's
Just
been
by
playing the
score.
bomb Minorico. Very
I
difficult
think
to
for
see
these
like.
Marissa players, that their strategy is probably get a clear and then do the Minorico final cap. So yeah, indeed, ZSS is doing the extra stage 1 bomb now. And that means you have to cap Minorico's final spell.
Time for Camo.
If you see players seemingly randomly waiting on boss attack, that's because they want to get a better position for the cancel. However, you cannot wait on spells because you will just do spell bonus.
I think sometimes in
actually, like the only spell you
can't
really wait is Minoriko's first spell.
I think Nome will have to wait for.
If you get a very low movement, you can wait and cancel on the next wave for like over 1,000 extra phase, but that's pretty rare.
Nome had to wait for her Venus. Actually, can you with three option only? Can you 2-wave Hina's first spell or not?
I have no idea.
DXK, can you? Is that only if you do?
Think so.
Is that only with the 4-option trick, which I doubt we'll see here?
I think it has to do with the 4-option trick. I think it's actually with 3 options. If you get it perfectly, if you're always hitting 3 options, I think you can barely get it, but you will have a slightly lower phase. It's like you will get to cancel a second later than optimal. So probably you will lose something like 1,000 phase off. But every wave on Hina's first spell is amazing. So if you kill it early, you'll get around almost 1,000,000 extra scores, and you lose maybe 1,000, 2,000 phase, and that will still be an overall game.
Nice cephalic plates as well, with the safety bomb.
The safety bomb is actually, I suggested this option to Nome, and he took it. This spell can get really tricky if you get some weird movements. But with the bomb, you can negate the first 2 waves altogether, and the spell only lasts for 4 waves. So usually you can hit for maximum damage. It does cause some phase entering stage 4, but on average, the score should be around the same, and you do get a very free cephalic almost always, so I think it's worth it.
The real mind of a MoF player is gambling, so you could be safe, or you could get that extra 200k.
Yeah. Also, actually, this bomb, if you have a really high pace entering Nitori, which is well, it's not possible with the Minoriko final spell bomb. If you do the full stage final, you'll have like 980k phase on. Actually, even higher, like a 985 on the final Gnaw, and then even if you bomb it, you will still have nearly max phase into stage 4, so you will not lose any score there. So this is also a rare instance that a safe strategy gives you more score when your run is better, because usually if your run is better, then the safe strategy will lose more. So all of that is because the phase cap exists.
Yeah.
His pace is not too bad. That's a bit scary with the options.
So you can get 2.21 with a perfect stage 4 to 6 item collection. Even with this, even with the Minorico final bomb. That bomb is worth around 6 million in score.
Yeah, but then, if you were getting that with Minorico bomb, you're probably kicking yourself, because you'd be like basically on world record pace.
Because otherwise it could be a world record.
You'd probably hate your life if that happened, to be honest. But I think, don't want to say negative, I think his pace is not too bad, considering he bombed Minorico.
Yep. If you bomb Minorico and still have 2.2 pace, it's a good round.
This is taking a breather before PWG.
Speaking of,
I think he's looking at, maybe he's looking at the FX score to see if he can be there without capping PWG.
That's actually pretty smart. I mean, he probably can, yeah, because he'd be just only a few mil above. Because it's only if he plays perfectly though, and what do you call it?
If he caps it,
doesn't mess up his ice inflection.
Entering stage 5, right?
Oh, it's looking a bit wrong.
Oh, nice! He got pretty good RNG on it.
That was also some nice.
Looking
nice
good now.
Looking good.
Yep. This is
at least now he has. If he wants to, he has that safety window. If he wants to go for second place.
This is like 2.2. Oh no, it's not 2.21 potential, but it's still like he can PB with this run.
Yeah, he can't PB. It's like he can beat the target score if he gets.
He can still get first place. I'm pretty sure.
It's almost impossible to beat the target score because the perfect stage 5 and 6 is like 570 plus 430.
You're not getting 570.
Yeah, you're not getting 570.
is impossible.
You're also not getting 430. None of that will happen. So pretty much, Nome is locked at most second place, unless some miracle happens.
Marissa's miracle.
25.
Marissa's miracle.
On first stall.
I think you'll see as well coming up for Sane's mid spell. Gnome has a marker on his hint file where to stack his options.
Yeah, that's the death bomb.
The way he likes to do it. The way Nome likes to do it is he likes to start on 3 options and then move it to 4, because after Sane moves she stays longer than the initial move before the initial movement. So she'll spend more time on 4 options than 3. And this averages out, I think he gets about 19.
The movement is usually a little bit
she's moved to 3 options again though, so
it's still only like
she's not cooperating, so
yeah, that's pretty average.
I think that's like the worst, but I think that's the worst case he can get, whereas if you saw before with ZXX Smart, he was getting 18.5, 18.6.
Yeah,
so
I think that is because the he's putting his options early, so they actually line up with the boss.
I think Nome just has a set spot, he likes to do it every time.
Oh, now that he cannot get the first place anymore.
Nope.
No.
570 mil, stage 5 is dead.
This round will probably get like 2.206 or 7.
Depends on how well his Sana and
probably depending on everything else, yeah, it might be probably even a tiny bit lower, maybe.
And there's also Moses, which can vary a lot as Mercer C and Chin.
Oh wow, he has a hint for the position of her spell. Well, ZXX is at Aya with a better pace, but we'll watch Moses.
Watch Moses. It's a pretty.
Is that actually quite some? I think he might be above PB pace.
And now it's the move away.
It's
the highest you can get is with Marissa C is I think 23 mil.
Yeah,
that is with.
But I think like a good usually is about 22.5.
Yeah, that's what people.
You'd be happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she's on.
And then he got Nome got bad on entry.
Yeah, he got. I think he can get about 23.5 as well.
He got 2 options after this and then move, so that's like.
Oh well, he microed the Rice. Holy shit. I think he microed the Rice in the very first wave. He went up.
Yeah. Oh,
he's still
low. In the chat. It says
he's still
around
22.5. Yeah.
No,
oh, that smart dice.
Storm Day.
Storm Day. That's not good.
Need like
Nome's second place.
On average, this run will be around like 2.204.
Honestly, Nome just needs to clear and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, he grades.
He grades.
He only grade 1 there. It's fine.
Every
it's not
MoF player got angry at themselves when they're grading stage 6.
1 grey item. It's over.
Life is like a great item. As some wise player once said, life is like a great item.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh my goodness, he's making it scary for himself. Please don't do that. Oh no.
Oh, there's actually so many ways to tell when to bomb for this one.
Oh, that was close as well.
I just count the waves. I think pretty bad items.
Usually there's a music cue you can do. There's one part of the music cue I usually use.
You can count the waves, or you can use the hint.
Yeah. Did he kill the fairy too late so that he got the...
He killed it just as it was about to leave. It was a bit... I think it was a
so
bit
the
late.
items dropped higher. That's why he collected them late. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Alright. Goals in the chat from Metateco. Oh, it's not bad. Yes.
Wait, you only got 2. It's not
But
good.
he's got his base shot on the whole time though, which is on the
second one, it's kind of bad. It's below average.
Look, it's enough to still take second place, so let's hope.
What was EVM score last year again? Was it
2.28? I think it was 08.
It was 04.
I think it's not that
I thought it was I thought it was maybe I'm freaking out. Ooh.
So
that was a scary third.
Just barely on pace to beat that score. I think this has potential to get above 04. Or maybe not. Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Well,
it should be
depends
just 04.
No, I think the graying that one item doesn't help at all.
Maybe the difference will be just that great item. That's pretty unfortunate.
The difference is the Minorika bomb, to be honest.
That's also true. He's playing pretty safe on scores. This is a bad one. This is a pretty bad one. He's only got 24 mil.
So it's around 02 if you cap.
02, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also very good.
Stage 6 doesn't really help at all.
Oh jeez. Making me nervous.
And nice.
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 Good clear.
Nice. So score is 2.202. It's a pretty good one. You got 2.2 with the Minoriko final one.
a strong second place at least. Ending
Very,
blocker.
very nice run.
What's he got in store for us? Spin the wheel, what's gonna kill you? Bro. That's actually so good. Holy shit.
Yeah, it also has the 19 mil medal.
The 19, oh no, that's
the 19 mil.
That's good.
It's like the all-time lowest in any run that's on the leaderboard.
Well, if he's got 2 minutes to do a non-Minariko bomb run, he can get at least 1 run into Minariko. Let's see what he goes for. See if he can pull it. Well, it's good to see at least everyone got 1 no miss run.
Yeah. And
Bit of a step up from last year.
I think Nome is done at this point. Did he went offline? Did he go offline? It's just a black screen now. He probably already went offline.
Oh yeah, streamer's already gone offline. He's given up.
Alright, GG Nome. That's a pretty solid performance.
Nice run though. Well done. It looks like both, as we go into the final run, both are still in early game jail, so might be ending sooner than later.
Maybe it might be ending very soon for Sock.
I feel like I haven't seen Sock get very far in the last like hour.
It can be like that sometimes.
It can be like that though, yes. I think Nome said yesterday he was playing for like quite a few hours before he got the run he wanted.
Stage 1 is like...
Yeah.
It's I think it's the hardest stage.
Definitely so, because the faith matters so much. Any other stage.
Looks like ZXS would get 1-1 to camo.
Actually, it's fine. It's not the end of the world because the enemies came on the screen just in time.
Yeah, just in time.
He only got lucky.
Dropped like
he dropped about 1,000 faith. It was. I think it was about 1,000.
So like, I think he has to drop some.
Yeah, with Mercy C, you usually don't drop it.
Because the item will fill the faith gauge by 100. So it's like 100 frames.
So they're on their final run now. No! Sock didn't get the cancel on...
Oh dear.
Oh, alright,
it's like that's about 17,000 faith loss roughly. That's actually quite a bit.
It's over for Sock.
That's a pretty common mistake you would make playing this game.
Yeah. If you really greed the cancel, you can just completely miss it.
Oh, looks like ZXX is past Camel.
His pace is alright as well so far, but still quite a while to go. But you never know, we've seen a lot of final runs that have come in clutch so far this Touhou World Cup.
$332 if he... Please don't move funny on this one, Nitori. Okay, good.
I think he only had 2 options in the second wave.
Oh, so he missed the position?
It's a small loss, but
Yeah.
it's better than her Nike just not moving, and you're pretty much helpless as Marissa C.
Oh yeah, we also have to stay high. So ZSX is not doing the setup bomb. He's bombing for phase. You'll get a pretty good RNG that
It's still not bad pace.
mid
Yeah, pretty good face.
CB.
You can contest second pretty comfortably.
Yep.
With room for error. But
This is enough
to
to
go through
get
PWG.
2.21.
yeah, it's still enough for 2 point. It's still like a low 2.21, even
Yeah.
2.211 or 2. But
Just like
have to
world
do
record
everything
pace
right.
is like 3:34.
I'm doing some funny micros.
Oh no.
The suck is dead. The Hina's final.
Fuck is dead.
The other meme spell. I feel like as Reimu that shouldn't happen as often. But I guess it gets...
Yeah, it's pretty rare. But if you breed for a spell bonus, it can happen.
Yeah.
If you just play it safe, it should never happen.
Like we're on to our last contestant who's still in. Oh, Ignite.
Oh, DS is
That's
great at
unfortunate.
Island.
That's 500k loss. That's a bit rough.
Also, he's lost
Actually, I think
a bit of faith here, which is unfortunate.
Oh, 我疯了。
So this is like
I think he...
He said he's crazy.
not getting the max phases. He lost around 400k index.
It definitely hurts a lot as mirrors to see.
Yeah,
欢迎船
it's
员
basically another great item, more or less.
Yeah. It's like failing the death on as a movie for the girls.
Right. Kind of similar. The XK really is a robot.
Alright,
Alright.
here we go into Aya.
This face is. Oh, he got the last
Oh,
one.
he graded
You grade an item. You grade the last
went-
item. Because
he went
500
to, he went to, I think he went to kill it earlier and he graded instead.
Oh
but,
yeah.
You have to kill that because
Otherwise it'll just-
It might just
disappear.
get deleted from this transition.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a slow fairy. Not slow crawl.
Just the pace is like very tight on 2.21.
Yeah, see he lost
that-
like 2 million on stage 4.
You have to have
already.
very good luck to get that. I don't think. The stage 5 would have to have very good RNG as well.
Losing 2 million as Mercer C on stage 4 feels pretty bad. And now you got bad RNG on this one too. to move out. But moving out doesn't cost that much as Marissa sees. Oh, he lost like.
He's going for P. He's not giving himself any choice. He knows he has
like
he has to cap
300k on Stormbird. So because he can't get around the 19.
He's got no choice but to cap PWG this run.
Come on.
Oof.
Oh, that's really scary away from Marissa.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
That's
Got
really
it
scary.
just before the whole game.
That is clutch.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Damn.
He's not
If
doing
the
the micro
spell
shot.
lasts half a second longer, he will be dead.
Oh,
Nice.
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 I don't
This
think
is
it'll be
like-
2.21 though.
This is like
Maybe-
barely PB base.
Yeah, if he gets good spell card bonus, he can PV.
You need really
I think-
good. You really
I think you'd have to get very good orange and Sunday's mid spells although. Like a mid 19.
Alright, he's doing the death pump this time. Let's hope he doesn't create items on stage 5 this time.
You should never grey items on stage 5.
We never great items as Marissa C. But that's another discussion.
With it? His option
He's actually
phase-
dropping,
Oh,
he's actually dropping
he goes
quite a
up.
bit of phase.
I'll say he goes a bit, that's fine, okay. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. He's
If-
also,
if
I
she-
think he's also hoping for other Sana to move into the 4
To move into
option.
4, yeah. If she's
Yeah,
4
just
option, which-
at the start of this spell, Sana is invulnerable.
No.
3.
You think he barely misses it?
Is she on 2 now? That's not...
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very low, yeah.
I think he was not trying to misdirect the movement, so he got left, go to Sana goes left and move out of the range.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to play it safe.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a brawl for misdirecting boss movement.
Even if he plays it safe, he still can take second place though. He's still
It's
probably like...
this one is still on pace to get first place.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Actually, you can still get first place, maybe.
It's definitely on pace.
Yeah. Probably not 2.21 though. Since this is like maybe
0.08,
09, yeah.
depending on how
It
good
will
the spell
be,
range
so it
is.
will barely make it or barely not make it.
On.
And this moment is pretty much just RNG, and if he can get the clear, the score is just RNG. There isn't much you can do as Marissa C for late game spell bonuses.
Just pray.
Yeah, just pray. Of course, Moses is actually pretty tight. You want
jeez.
to have Sana stay in the middle. Got 22 mil, that's pretty
So
good.
scary.
It was a
Yeah.
scary Moses though. He made some sketchy dodges. Three options, that's not bad.
23.3. Pretty good.
That's nice. He's gonna lose a bit here. That's alright,
What's
it's
the
not bad.
score? Oh, it can actually get 2.21 if he gets like perfect RPG.
430
Yeah.
mil stage 6 does not exist.
It can happen.
Can't happen. You probably don't want it to happen though. You want it.
Yeah, you don't want it to happen on this kind of run.
Pace.
No grays this time.
I think as
good.
long as you get average RNG, it will be fine for like 08.
Yeah, definitely. As long as it's
No, you grade an item. No,
Oh, that's not 2.21 anymore.
that's tough.
that item really hurts. Maybe it's just a 500,000 will decide the end of the result of this match.
If it's this close, it really does matter.
This is the fun part about MoF. Every little thing matters.
That 500,000 hurts pretty bad.
Oh, this is looking pretty decent though.
Just
It's
Depends
okay.
on her
Two
next
it's
move.
okay.
options.
It moves into 3 options. Oh, wait, it's still 2
That's
options.
2 or
It's
2.
still 2.
It's still
But
not
it's
bad.
good. It's still really good.
It's over.
I think
it's
'cause-
over the
I think
average. It's over the
Because
average.
base shots were hitting pretty much the whole time.
Yeah. Got a main shot though, so that's
Oh god,
nice.
the first crop wave is scary.
Yeah.
Oh god,
This sounds so scary.
this spell is being.
I said it like 3 times,
brutal.
but
That's nice. It's just on those spells that makes you change your tone of thinking. You can't push through that gap you think you can. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah,
the
really
first wave
scary
is
on
pretty
this one.
scary too. Fortunately, most of these
He got it
attacks
this time.
end really fast as Mercy.
'Let's hope Source is generous as well. I reckon he'll play it safe.
there's no reason to play aggressive here because the
Oh,
options will do most of the work for you.
Mechanical's movement is really bad. She just
Oh, that was terrible. Oh dear. That's rough
That's-
to see.
That's
It
rough.
could have been a quick dash. But oh,
Oh,
that's not a nice way to end it. That's
it's
rough.
not a nice way to end this match.
莉莉果说：“啊这，
That's brutal. You hate to see that on the last one.
巫神人说结束嘞。” Pile LCY 说遗憾。
That's gotta hurt.
Alright, that's the
Lost for
end
words.
of it. Kind of sad
It's
to end the match in
Tough
this way.
today.
Is that the second time they died to Source
旷
today?
野星雪说
No,
打
the
出
first
气
round
势
they
了。
got their die to Taurus.
欢迎
Taurus.
团
Second round
员
is like
1765948。
Oh dear, Kaneko is taking no prisoners today. That hurts to see. And that's it. They know there's no point, unfortunately. That's how MoF rolls.
Source of pain indeed. Everyone now is in pain.
Well, so with the final results, Stock is in first place with his Raymond B 2.19 billion, giving him a 35 TWC score. Nome secured a solid second with a 2.2, giving him 29 TWC score. And ZX Smart coming in third today with a 2.18. But, I mean, we saw 3 no-miss runs.
Yeah, I just
Can't
gotta
really
say,
complain.
this is
Oh,
really
actually,
very nice.
Actually,
Everybody
look at the
will miss.
score. It's pretty funny that if ZSS tapped PWG, he will be like 100k ahead of Nome.
Or-
So that's exactly 22 million.
So yeah, this year in terms of, I guess, consistency and clearing has stepped up compared to last year.
And
No
I'm
offense,
pretty,
DXK. No offense.
Yeah, those balls
I'm also
from last
pretty
year. Need
impressed
to learn
of
it.
Sock's decision to actually put it for the 2.2 despite how low the probability it was at that point. He did not get it at last, but I appreciate his courage for actually going for it. Instead of
I'm sure-
securing him a tiny little world record.
Alright, the next match. Next week on Saturday at 9 o'clock fan time. We have PCB extra scoring. This is a repeat of last year, which we can call it a grudge match, although they're probably 2 very close friends. This one is quite an interesting one. It can either go very well or it can go horribly. So it's definitely one to tune into, I reckon. Yep, it will be Chen Jail most likely again. That one was not fun to watch, pretty painful.
Will the PCB matches just be a rematch over and over again?
I don't think anyone's ever gonna join into that one.
There are like 0 new players entering in 3 years. So.
And then after that, the same night, we've got DDC extra scoring with Ave7, Marissa, and MoF. This one is quite an intense one as well. I think it is pretty well optimized from memory. I'm not too familiar with it, but from what I know, it is quite, I wouldn't say solved, but it is very optimized too, and it'll be a good match. So, any DDC extra experience?
Or PCV, how? We got another one for the survival match.
Oh yeah, so it's a weekend of pretty much PCB. Gonna be quite interesting to have. Anyway, Spo, DXK, any final comments before we end it?
I'm still pretty sad on how Salk did not get the world record last year, but well, I think we'll also be kind of sad if it's just a 2.199. He barely misses it. So it's not like a bad ending. It's not the perfect ending. It's like it's just
It's a bit bittersweet.
there are more to be done in the future, and we can hope for maybe Salk will keep pushing it. Because at least he has nothing to do in survival. So it's just going for a higher score for him.
DXK, any final words as well?
I just want to say that everyone did very well. It's, to be honest, a bit much better than what I was expecting from MoF.
Yeah, actually, every player getting a Nome's run is probably above my expectation.
Yeah, so pop to all three players. They all played very well.
Alright then, I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys for coming in today. And we will see you all next week. Starting off with PCB extra scoring.
Next week, and I probably will be on PCB match as well.
I might be back too.
See you there again.
Are you speaking to me? If only I could read your mind. Every little part of you, I love the way